Hey y'all, this is your girl Tysheen. I'm back with another video. We're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be reacting to the 10 creepy photos with disturbing background. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. I usually try to stay away from doing react to like anything spooky or creepy, but I'm just a little interested. I'm a little curious. So let's see how this goes.
Number 1. The Gladbach hostage crisis. Her expression says it all. This was 18-year-old Silke Bischoff. She'd been taken hostage by two bank robbers, Dieter Degowski and Hans-Jürgen Rosner. The pair of gangsters were on the run from the cops and took a bus full of civilians hostage in Hackelriede, Germany. At the time,
I could just imagine what was going through her head. Maybe I can't imagine. I don't know. First thing come to my mind is death. Like, I'm gonna die. This is it, and that's sad. This is very creepy.
This photo was taken. The duo had already executed a 15-year-old Italian hostage, and a police officer had died in a crash while pursuing them.
What an asshole! And he had the nerve to be smiling. That's to show you that this person is sick in the head. Like, he just literally smiling like it's funny.
Over time, most of the hostages on the bus were released. Only Silke and one other female hostage were left behind as bargaining chips. They were forced into a getaway car, and the robbers took them on a long journey into the Netherlands.
Wait a minute, who was taking the pictures? I just realized, wait, is this real? Like, who was sitting there taking these pictures?
The situation was handled extremely poorly by the police, and media outlets were even able to hold interviews with the two armed convicts, giving them not only exposure, but leverage as well. Authorities watched on as journalists brought the criminals cups of tea and coffee. Some reporters even helped to prolong the incident, guiding the abductors on their way and handing them pictures of the police officers involved in the case, so that they wouldn't be tricked during a hostage exchange. During an interview, one reporter even asked Silke,
I'm curious, so you're telling me not even like one person didn't even try to like hit them in the head, or there's so many people was around them? I'm so confused. Like, not even one person even tried to like do something? At least try? Like,
what's it like to have a gun held to your neck? The ratings were through the roof. Near the end of the whole ordeal, a police cruiser rammed into the robbers' escape vehicle, rendering it immobile. Rather than come out with their hands up, the gangsters decided to make their last stand, all guns blazing, with Silke still in the car. Silke was killed in the ensuing gunfight. The same can't be said of both the hostage takers. They survived. With no more hostages left, they were forced to surrender. Rosner received a life sentence. Degowski got off light with 24 years. Since this all took place in 1988, he's a free man.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Number 2. The collapse. In 1976, photographer Stanley Foreman took this Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph. Entitled Fire on Marlborough Street, it captures the chilling moment that a fire escape collapsed in Boston, sending 19-year-old Diana Bryant and her 2-year-old goddaughter plummeting down 50 feet. Bryant didn't survive the fall. Her goddaughter, however, did, but only because she landed on top of Bryant's body. This remarkable image went on to be awarded the title of World Press Image of the Year. As a result of the collapse, fire escape regulations were strengthened throughout the entirety of the United States. Number 3.
That is so sad. That is such a chilling photo. I'm so speechless. I can't even talk. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God. God rest their soul.
3. The Anniversary Crasher. Joe Martinez was at his in-laws' 50th wedding anniversary, enjoying a night of festivities along with his wife, Patty. Unbeknownst to most of the other guests, Joe was battling a severe drug problem, one that he says was killing his soul. Still, Patty stood by her husband in spite of his addiction, hoping that one day Joe would see the light and finally get clean. Little did they both realize that Joe would indeed see the light that evening, and it would come in the form of a camera flash. The couple posed together for this photo. At first glance, it's a fairly ordinary image, but something appeared alongside Joe, which wasn't there when they took the picture. A dog-like face leering over his shoulder. There were no dogs at the party, no animals of any kind, and the creature didn't appear in any other photographs taken that evening. Nobody at the event remembered seeing anything even remotely resembling it. By all accounts, it shouldn't be.
Can you imagine taking a picture and then you look back and you notice something like a face or an animal head behind you, knowing that there was nobody there, just you and your wife, and this creature looking thing is behind you? That would have freaked me out. That would definitely freak me out. If this is in a house or whatever, I would move. That is creepy. Oh my Lord.
There. The couple themselves truly believe that it's a demon. Believing that it was following him, Joe took this photo as a sign to finally kick his drug habit. "There's good and evil in this life," said Mr. Martinez. "There's the good on the right side of me, and there's the evil on the left." Joe now carries the photo with him wherever he goes as a reminder to keep himself clean.
And that picture is clear. Like, if it was like fuzzy, I would have said, oh, maybe it's the picture in the background, make it look like it's something. But no, that picture is clear, and you can tell that that is a creature looking animal behind him.
Number 4. The most sinister wink of all time.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue with this. Like I said, that is creepy, very, very creepy.
And that's what many people believe this is, at least.
All right, let's continue.
The photo was taken just after Lyndon B. Johnson had been sworn in as president on Air Force One. In the foreground, you can see a grieving Jackie Kennedy. Her husband, JFK, had just been assassinated. His blood and brains were still on her coat. There's obvious...
It don't look like it was, but I don't even know how she even standing.
Obviously a somber atmosphere on board the jet, a sorrowful expression on every face. That is, with one exception. As Jackie mourned the death of her husband, LBJ turned to one of his longtime cronies, Texas Congressman Albert Thomas. He gives LBJ a secret wink and smile.
Why is he winking? And why the lady look like she's smiling? I don't know if she's smiling or she's crying, but she look like she's smiling. The only person I could say look very, very sad is Jackie.
Realizing that Cecil Stoughton, the White House photographer, was taking a picture of the scene. According to the man in charge of Air Force One at the time, President Johnson's behavior on the flight was, quote-unquote, obscene. This image is certainly something for...
You sure something wasn't in his eye or something? That's bold. If he's winking because he's happy of what happened, then he's very, very wicked. But you know how sometimes you take pictures and you make these certain like face expression and you get caught off guard when you're taking a photo. Like I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, or he was just very, very happy that it happened. Whatever was going on happened.
A conspiracy theorist to chew on.
I don't know.
Then again, there could be a much more innocent explanation for the wink.
Exactly.
And that doesn't explain LBJ's so-called obscene behavior during the flight, though. Even if things aren't as menacing as they appear, it's still disturbing to see such high-profile figures so pleased with themselves in the presence of a grieving widow, and in the wake of their president's murder. The photographer himself said, "The wink could have been innocent or sinister, and I would lean towards the latter."
It's true. We don't know exactly why he did that wink. We don't know. Like I said, we don't know. It could have. We don't know. We don't know. I don't think we're never gonna know.
Number 5. The Tinder date. People have mixed opinions about Tinder, but I think the majority of us agree that it's not the best place to go looking for long-lasting romance. Still, millions of people use the app for hookups and dates all the time. Problem is, when you're interacting with someone through a screen for a while, it's easy to forget that the person you're talking to is still a complete stranger, and agreeing to meet that stranger is, unfortunately, not completely risk-free. It was August of 2014, and Orane Wright, a New Zealander in her mid-20s, was in Australia for a friend's wedding. The Gold Coast was providing her with both sun and sea, but something was missing. She opened Tinder to secure the final S. She matched with a guy that she thought was cute, Gable Tosti, a self-proclaimed Gold Coast playboy. The pair met up, and Orane agreed to go back to his apartment, alone.
Alone? Yo, people really take risk out here, huh?
A decision that would cost her her life. This is the last image taken of Orane while she was still alive. Audio recordings found on Tosti's phone revealed that she was begging for him to let her go home. Tosti refused to let her leave, saying, "I would, but you've been a bad girl." Later in the recordings, guttural choking sounds could be heard, as if Orane was being strangled. At various other points, he threatens to knock her out and push her over the edge of his balcony on the 14th floor. Well, the exact events of that night remain unclear, but at some point during the early hours, Orane either fell or was thrown from the apartment's balcony. Her body was apparently folded over on itself. There were indeed red marks around her neck, indicative of strangulation. It was originally alleged that Orane was so scared of her date that she tried to climb down from the building to escape him. After she fell, Tosti called up his father and asked him, "Why does this keep happening to me?" CCTV footage showed
What the hell he mean it just keep happening to him? What?
him walking around outside the apartment, eating a slice of Domino's pizza, only 5 minutes after Orane's death. Tosti's legal team managed to convince the jury that he had locked Orane out on the balcony for his own safety. Her death was not Mr. Tosti's fault, since he had used reasonable force to subdue her after she became aggressive. The fact that she fell was her own fault. Ultimately, he was found not guilty of both murder and manslaughter. Not satisfied with the result, the coroner reopened the case in 2016.
You better.
And that's where things stand today.
This is crazy, y'all. Like, not guilty. Something ain't right there. And my heart really goes to her and her family. That is just sad. Very, very sad. Wow. And I'm glad that the family opened up the case again in 2016, they said. I'm not sure. I'll probably do a little Google's research and find out what's going on with that. Are they still open? Are they still dealing with this case today? Because I don't know how old this video is. I don't know when they uploaded it. But yeah, so give this video a thumbs up if you. That way I'll know that you would like to see more of this type of creepy videos. And comment below if you recommend any videos you would like me to react to. And I see y'all later. And y'all take care of yourself. Bye. Peace.